So, lads, the Nalyssa Smith Dinonai situation. Like, we all know that this was mad. This was mad. The Dinonai Carrington situation somehow was the story of All-Star Weekend. Nalyssa Smith's gone on to a damn live stream. Let's take a listen.
Moving on, next point. Then to bring up folks' name that has nothing to do with anything. These folks is minding their business. These folks woke up to this shit on a random Sunday night of these type of allegations. Like, I think that's very weird. Mind you, I've seen this young lady multiple times. This is not the first time that we've seen each other. Not the first time we've seen each other. We've crossed paths. We've seen each other the night before. We've seen each other play against each other. Like, there's no static. There was no static. But I guess the liquor, the cameras, her crowd, I guess she got some type of somebody boosted her up to gain some confidence. But at the end of the day, that was some bullshit. We came to the spot. Folks was chilling. Nobody did nothing to nobody. I ain't go out my way to go bother anybody or come to somewhere uninvited. I never came somewhere uninvited. I came with a group of folks and they was like, oh, this the last spot to go to before it closed.
So yeah, obviously, Nalyssa Smith is there basically being like, well, we've seen each other plenty of times. You've never said any of this, and why are you bringing up other people? Let's see some other clips from this.
Here goes Dinonai. You talking to that bitch. You talking to that bitch. Bitch this, bitch that. I'm like, why I gotta be a bitch? Literally, on my grandmother's grave, I'm like, damn, why I gotta be a bitch? That's how the whole thing started. I'm literally like, who's a bitch? So then it causes commotion. I'm just like, damn. Now what?
That was the Aces Championship ceremony, wasn't it? That was the Aces Championship ceremony, I think, wasn't it? What's she talking about here? Like, this is mad. This is mad stuff right here. The damn Nalyssa Smith. The Nalyssa Smith files, or the Dinonai files, are coming out. Like, it is mad. It's this whole thing is crazy. And so obviously Dinonai just decided she got drunk and wanted to complain about Nalyssa Smith. And Nalyssa Smith immediately going on Twitch. Oh my God. She responds on Twitch about the party. I don't think anyone really cares about that. I don't think anyone really cares about them showing up to the party uninvited. It is mad. Nalyssa Smith's correct here. We don't hear about Nalyssa unless Dinonai brings it up. Well, yeah, this sounds like a whole like Nalyssa Smith just being sick about Dinonai, sick of Dinonai. And to be fair, like we saw it coming into this season. Like Dinonai was probably like a 150-pound weight lifted off her shoulders coming into this season. And she suddenly is looking now like I'm not going to say all-star, but looking really good. She's looking really good at basketball this year. And it does seem like when it comes to Dinonai, like it is genuinely, it's just, she's the opposite of the Midas touch. She's the opposite of the Midas touch. Like at this stage, like she might, like, everything in general, it is the absolute opposite. Where everything she touches turns to shit. Everything Dinonai Carrington touches appears to turn to shit. And it feels like once the weight of Dinonai has been lifted off you and your team. And the problem is now, and the weight of Dinonai Carrington is not lifted off Nalyssa Smith because Nalyssa Smith plays with Dinonai's girlfriend. At this stage, you're like, What exactly like is there to be gained? What is there to be gained by Dinonai posting this? At the same time, like, look, Dinonai has probably gone out of her way. She probably did it drunk, but you've now got Nalyssa Smith having to come out on Twitch and talk about the whole situation during a season. I am so happy. I am so happy. So happy this has nothing to do with the Fever. I am so happy that the Fever don't have to worry about their starting power forward and starting shooting guard being caught in some messy situation. Because, like, Becky Hammond, it feels like Becky Hammond might just fucking cut Nalyssa Smith or she's not going to cut Jackie Young. But, like, this could run Jackie Young out of Vegas. Like, it could potentially run Jackie Young out of Vegas. If this ends up being a negative impact on Jackie Young the second half of the season, and she doesn't get her Supermax or max deal, she might get ran out of Vegas. And we might actually be seeing a situation where a player gets ran out of a team because their girlfriend decided to be messy on Twitter. Her girlfriend decided to be messy on Twitter. And that whole thing is like, it is genuinely one of those things where it's like, you just don't want any of that. You really don't. And it's funny where it's like, you can be messy as long as the messiness doesn't go internal. Like, whatever about Sophie Cunningham. Like, so nothing that Sophie Cunningham says / does. Basically, anything anyone says / does gets brought back on Caitlin Clark. So we can say that. Like, it doesn't really matter in Caitlin Clark's case because everything gets brought back on her. At the same time, with Sophie Cunningham, most of her drama is directly at her. If Sophie says something, if Lexi says something, Aaliyah doesn't get hate. But now you've got a fucking weird love triangle type situation going on amongst the team. For a player who, let's be very clear, like Caitlin Clark, the only time I've ever seen Caitlin Clark not look present in her career was the 7-point game versus the Atlanta Dream, when Dinonai was 15 feet away from Caitlin Clark and didn't like an answer Caitlin Clark gave to the media. And instead of, bringing it up with Caitlin Clark, who she was 15 feet away from, decided to tweet out an essay complaining about Caitlin Clark, amplifying the whole situation to the extent where the media ran after Caitlin Clark to ask her another question. Caitlin had to, was completely shook, having to fucking re-answer the question. Like, the messiest human being in the world, Dinonai Carrington. And it's like, there's a joke where it's like, this is hilarious. So it's like CCFC in 2024.
Here goes Dinonai.
It was like every single week, Dinonai would say something or do something. Every single week, it was just having to deal with some shit Dinonai as a fan base, as a player. And you better believe even Dinonai joking about the eye poke on live stream maybe a month after the season ended. And no, this was 3 to the dome. That was nothing to do with the eye poke. That being said, like, she laughed about it afterwards. It is ridiculous. It is ridiculous, and I'm so glad she's no longer on our team.